Hi everyone, we are recording an interview with Arseniy. He will answer some of my questions. So Arseniy, what can you say about yourself? And first of all, why are you here?
I'm here currently for the purpose to...
Look, there is a cockroach and you're supposed to shout at it.
I'm here in looking forward to improve my social and language skills because I have at least 2 or 3 months off language, and here's why I'm here.
So at the moment you don't learn any foreign languages, you mean? You have a break in learning foreign languages?
Break, like having summertime happiness and otherwise.
Summertime, that's great. So, I always have, we call it, how do we call it? A heron effect, so if you watched an interview with Tanya, you saw the heron, she was really shocked.
Yeah.
I was thinking, what can I show you? What I can show you. So, you are quite a young person and I wanted to ask you about life. So sorry for this, but do you think that life is shit?
Partly, yeah. In some occasions, I guess, yes.
You said for some occasions?
Occasions.
Some occasions.
Yeah.
Okay.
Situations.
So Arseniy, we want to learn more about you. Can you tell us who you are and what do we need to know to get the flavor of your soul, of you as a personality?
Well, currently I'm a student of Don State Technical University. But to know something about me, I guess it's enough to learn and discover my taste in music, my taste in food, and my daily routines. I think it's quite enough for that, and I guess we would do that today.
So what can you say about your taste in food? What do you prefer to eat?
Well, it's easier to say what I won't eat at all. It's pork, because it's really I guess damaging meat for your health.
Yeah, not so good. I also dislike pork.
Yeah, especially when you are adult, maybe more than 40 years plus, and it can hurt your health, and you would have problems with it. And especially I'm kind of person that rejects any portions of salt at all, because
of salt, you said?
Salt, salt, because salt damages your central organs in your stomach, and it could be evident in the future that you will have some health problems and diseases.
What about bad habits, like drinking, smoking something interesting?
I'm also never pretend to be some kind of person that promotes a really healthy lifestyle, but I would say that smoking cigarettes is pointless for your life.
First of all, because it kills you.
It kills you, yeah, partly day to day, like cigarette from cigarette, then block by block, and etc. But I would say that you should refuse it as soon as possible, as you possibly a smoker. And
so the person who is watching us is possibly
a
smoker.
maybe one of those viewers.
Well, I hope there are not so many viewers who are smokers,
Yeah, I hope so, but the best way is to not start at all smoking.
Yeah, totally agree. What else do we need to know about you, Arseniy? Sorry, I'm always nervous. I want to make sure that everything works. I know it's unprofessional, but our viewers will like it anyway. That's fine. Everything is fine. So what else do we need to know about you?
I think my daily routine,
as I can remember, you wake quite early in the morning.
Yeah, I wake quite early in the morning without even alarm clock, because...
and without 2 liters of coffee?
No, without it, because, I know some quote. It's no alarm clock is needed, my passion wakes me up.
Sounds
every
good.
morning.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and that's why I built a really strong routine, getting to bed early at about 10 o'clock.
You know, it's not going to work today. You are supposed to be in bed right
yeah,
now.
it's an exception for this week. Yeah, but still, I will get up maybe 5:30 or 6 a.m.
So are you gonna get up early in the morning tomorrow?
Yeah, definitely.
5, 6.
5, 6, yeah. In this
Amazing. You're
period.
quite an active person. So Arseniy, you're still young, and what are your expectations from life? What do you expect from life?
You know, I would say that.
I mean, maybe, you know, there is a chance that your life will be like this. I mean, total shit.
You know, it's up to me. It's almostly up to me and up to yourself to control your future life. I guess I expect nothing from life. The only thing I know is that I should make actions and steps to my goals. Yeah, some of them are small, some of them are bigger, some of them are really large for my age, but I know that I would do that anyway. And there is no need to expect anything from life, despite you will do everything in your power to, you know, bring
Right, but what can you say about your goals?
my goals.
Yeah.
Like,
Can you name any particular goals, like becoming rich, becoming successful, becoming, I don't know, a good writer, a good programmer? What can it be?
well, abstractly, I would say that I want to be a person who will inspires other people to live a better life.
Mhm.
Well,
Sorry, and
in general.
can you repeat again, what is your profession going to be?
My profession going to be an engineer in automatic technology.
Mhm. Can you name anything particular what you're going to develop as a profession in the future? Is it going to be, I don't know, a rocket, a tractor, I don't know, a coffee machine? What is it going to be?
I don't know actually.
So you can create everything.
Um,
Can you create an iPhone like this?
Not an iPhone, but I guess I'm capable of implying something better for this device to make this phone look better. And
Sorry,
work
can you at
smooth.
least make it cheaper?
Yeah, definitely.
Uh-huh.
To, you know, like recharge the
The old
producing.
ones.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
the old ones to recover some materials, maybe even change glass, back glass with plastic, but not the cheap one, but with that which has strong quality.
So you see, Tim Cook really needs you. Apple needs you probably right now.
Maybe no.
So Arseniy, let's talk about our English talk show. You've been with us for not such a long time, probably
A month.
several months or maybe a month, but you're already quite active. What does English talk show mean to you, and what is so special about it, except interesting people and interesting topics? What can you say?
Mainly, this English club for me is a kind of resource of energy, because every time I went here, I feel myself really happy, much more happier than any day maybe of the week, because I meet so interesting people with so different point of views on their and others' lives, and it's you know, like brilliant way to improve your social skills, to improve your perspective on your own life, because you share your opinions, and also, as I said before, I'm kind of person that all about, you know, energetic stuff, and
So you get some energy from us.
I get some energy from yourself, and also I'm willing to share these particles with you.
So, and you'll probably agree that it's not only about the language, it's mostly
Yeah.
about socializing
Yeah.
and talking. Anything else special about English talk show? So people, topics?
Well, maybe people, the Eugene are the best.
Yeah, you know, Eugene is always mentioned
Yeah.
in our interviews for some reason. And let's talk about English, I mean, the language. Is it just a language for communication, I mean, English language? For example, I'll tell you what I think. I believe that English language is not perfect. I even think that it is quite stupid. It's almost like a programming language for people. And it's hard for me even to believe that there are people for whom English is the first language, you know, so they must be like robots inside, but I have nothing against them. But anyway, I believe that it is crucially important for people to learn English because it's like installing a second operating system to their brain, you know. It gives you a broader mind, a broader thinking, it gives you an ability to think better, it gives you an ability to be a more broad-minded person. So what does English language mean to you personally? For example, why not French, not German, not Portuguese? Why is it so good for you?
Well, I guess it's all up to my mother. Since I was 7 years old, my mama told me that learning English will help me in the nearest future, and I was so, curious about it, and I didn't expect anything from any benefits from that. But
She probably made you learn English, right?
Yeah, she made me.
It was like a punishment.
Yeah. But
sorry, is she going to watch this interview? What do you think? Any chance?
Why not?
Okay.
I guess it's a good idea.
But anyway, you are grateful to her for teaching you English.
But through the years, I realized that it's like brilliant benefit for me and for my self-development, for my future career, job,
yeah,
education.
I would say that it's the best investments parent can make.
Yeah.
So let's talk about something philosophical. You probably know my idea that the life is pointless, but you can make it interesting. As a relatively young person, do you feel that the life is pointless?
Not at all. I disagree with you partly because life is pointless when you do nothing in your life and you don't invest in others' lives. And unless you will do something, breathtaking, or even start to building something new in your own life, you will feel that life is really pointful. Can I say that?
Probably, but according to what you say, it's mostly about the process of life. And I totally agree with you that you should make your life interesting, you should make your life fulfilled, but maybe it doesn't give your life any purpose. I totally agree with you. I enjoy my life. I try to add as much as possible to my life. I try to have some impact on other people. But still, it's not really necessary for me to have any meaning in life, any purpose in life. Maybe, we're talking about the same, but just in different words.
Maybe. I would say that there are two kinds of people. Ones that are willing to prefer the results from their actions, whereas the other people will prefer the process of going to this result. And I'm, as the second group of people, is absolutely, I guess, lucky person, because every time when I do something important to me, to my family, to my friends, I feel completely satisfied from the process doing that, because I know that I'm capable of implying something good, something good in me or otherwise my friends and family. And as soon as I get to the result, my satisfaction won't grown up a lot, because the process is finished, and I should look for something new to build a new process.
Sorry, can you name any particular plans or something which you really enjoy at the moment?
At the moment, I'm enjoying it topics about programming because being afraid of programming through my early childhood, in my school times, in the beginning of my university.
Phrase, so can we call it like coding phobia?
Coding phobia, because I have some struggles with the logic connections in my brain. Maybe I don't know.
You look like a quite a logical person.
Maybe, but I always afraid of doing something, like coding, developing, or etc. And I got myself on the point that I should do something that I'm afraid of. And currently I'm on my way to discover and explore the areas of programming, coding, developing, to catch that certain topic or mainstream to build new skills in programming to start.
What exactly would you like to create using programming?
Well, speaking about today's reality, I am more likely to use programming with making new applications for
an iPhone, for example.
Maybe for an iPhone, maybe for Androids, or maybe even computers. I don't know. I'm still on the process.
Okay, forget about computers. Let's talk about people. Can you describe the type of people you feel really comfortable with? What do they look like? How do they behave? Sorry, do you feel comfortable with me, by the way?
Yeah,
good.
Definitely.
Good.
I would say that those people which are really comfortable for me, honest, and kind and polite. And I don't know that's not the all things they need to be around me, but I guess all they need to do is to understand me and not try to make me think in another way.
For some reason I started to divide all people into two groups. I call them English talk show compatible and English talk show incompatible. Does it work like that? Can it work? I mean, for some reason, very particular people are attracted to our English talk show. They're quite creative, they're open-minded, they're really interesting, they find something useful, something interesting in this environment. And this rule can even work with people who don't even know English language, who don't come to our English talk show. For me, those are basic types of people. Maybe I'm wrong, but for me it works like that. Could you say something else about the type of people you feel comfortable with?
Also the people that are introverts, because
you like introverts?
I like both.
Introverts and extroverts.
Extroverts, but especially it's interesting part to cope with introverts, because I am capable of showing my own perspective, and as being an extrovert.
So you think you're an extrovert?
Yeah, I think I'm an extrovert, but
I would say maybe moderate extrovert. You don't seem to be like an extreme extrovert. You are a person. I feel very comfortable with you, but you are not a crazy person who talks all the time.
Yeah, definitely, because it's important to talk. The necessity and
what's really necessary.
What
to say something that is really necessary
and meaningful.
Yeah. So you try to say something about introverts. How do you deal with them?
It's kind of experiment for me through my whole life, because I'm looking forward for some keys, words and sentences to connect with them, because they are really really mindful people, and as maybe shy, not confident enough, they can't produce that in society.
They can't express themselves.
And I am here for help them to
You know,
express.
you probably know something about software. You know, for me, introverts are like zip archives, you know?
Yeah.
So, and you seem to be software which extracts some information from introverts. So
Yeah.
you like extract the archive.
Unpack.
Yeah, unpack. Yeah, you're right. Okay. So some time ago you told me you know something about space and you probably know something about physics. And I like to say that I believe in the theory of determinism, that everything in the universe is predetermined, that everything started during the Big Bang 13 billion years ago, everything is predetermined, and if I do something crazy like this, it was predetermined in the very beginning of this universe 13 billion years ago. So maybe we are not even responsible for our actions. Everything is predetermined and we just see the picture like some video. What do you think about this crazy idea?
Yeah, it's not the crazy idea actually. It's kind of theory about world existing and its beginning, the early beginning. And I guess, yeah, that can be a part of our lives where we couldn't do anything because it's predetermined.
Yes.
And
sorry, but how, if you believe in this to some extent, how does it affect your actions? You mean, according to the theory, we don't have any actions. I mean, even this action was predetermined 13 billion years ago, and it is the result of many chemical, physical reactions, and I'm not even responsible for this action. So nothing depends on you, you know?
Not nothing at all, because you are a responsible person and you take responsibility of your own life opportunities and obstacles.
You know, it is actually consistent with the theory, because you are responsible because you have some reactions in your brain, and those reactions were predetermined 13 billion years ago, even before you existed. Sorry, I really like this theory, because so I can talk hours about it.
You know, it's a strange topic for me, because I don't think that it's a good idea to set someone's responsibilities to, you know, like on universe or cosmos or planet or some dark energy or matter.
But you know, I try to forget about it. I believe in determinism, but at the same time it's better to forget about it and just enjoy the video you are being shown.
Yeah.
And you can at least hope that something depends on you. Maybe it really works, maybe I'm wrong about this determinism theory. And now I want to ask you something more like down to earth. Under what circumstances at the age of 60 will you say that your life was mostly a failure? So just imagine that for some reason at the age of 60 you realize that your life was like this. What should happen for your life to become pointless at the age of 60?
Just imagine. I guess I would...
Sorry, how old are you at the moment? You are not
21.
a lady, so I can ask you.
21.
21, so it's quite young.
I guess that just you know, like imaginary situation, because I will do anything in my power to build my life in a better way, to help others. But if I could imagine this, I would be really frustrated from the thing that I haven't done enough, you know, didn't put enough effort in my actions, in
So
my
maybe
thoughts.
you didn't try really hard.
Yeah.
You didn't use your time properly.
You know, this situation even happens today. That
So you were not satisfied with your life for some reason.
well, not satisfied is no like maximum level, but I'm thinking about what will I do next to you know, like to recover from those things in the past.
Yeah, it happens.
When
it
I
happens sometimes.
waste time with pointless ideas and etc.
But what if at the age of 60 you realize that your grandson is a drug dealer?
Mm,
Will you blame yourself because of it?
yeah,
Is it your fault?
yeah, it will be partly, the great part of this will be my fault because
So you'll be responsible for your grandson becoming a drug dealer.
yeah.
Sorry for this hypothetical example. I'm joking. You know my jokes. So I want to ask you something about money. What does money mean to you, and how much money is enough?
Money.
You know, no money, no honey.
Yeah. Money means to me possibility combined with responsibility.
Mhm.
That you have enough resources to make your surrounding, your material world better. Maybe we talk here about looks, maybe the quality, maybe the quantity or number of things. But I would say that the next question should be how much is enough, yeah?
Yes, yes.
I couldn't.
So how much money do you need in Rostov to live properly? Can you give us any estimate?
I couldn't say properly in this situation because we
Needs are different.
our needs are different, yeah, and what is important for me will be unimportant at all for you, for example, and we know all the basic stuff that we need every day, but other additions will be completely different.
Arseniy, you are 21 at the moment. What if at the age of 35, like me, someday, you will feel that you are not rich enough, you don't have enough money? Is it going to be a tragedy for you? Or maybe not necessarily a tragedy.
Well, I won't think that way at all because
So it's not a tragedy.
it's not a tragedy because it's up to you to make the right choices.
So you probably mean that first of all you can be happy without money, like that?
Yep, maybe.
And you also mean that it depends on you how much money you earn.
How much money you earn, how much money you need, and on your planning, financial planning, because financial knowledge, I guess it's the second education for
Mhm.
yourself. It's absolutely necessary for anyone in this crazy world. But I would say that it's up to you also, I would say one more time, to make the right choices to earn enough money for your life.
Mhm. And is it important for you where this money came from? Well, I'm not asking you about becoming a drug dealer, but you know, there are so many ways to earn money. Could you make money fooling someone a little bit? Just a little bit, you know?
No,
Not for you.
it's not about me.
Okay, I trust you. So, can you tell us, can we call you an IT person, or do you plan to become one? Or it's not about IT at all?
Just planning, yeah.
So, you are planning to become a part of the IT community in the future. What can you say about IT people in general? Are they crazy enough?
IT people are partly mad people about.
Come on, they're most introverts. If they are mad, you won't even see it. I mean, as I told you, sometimes it's really necessary to extract some information as if they were some archive, you know.
I would say that such people has a strong view on life, and as being a programmer, this style of job and profession will lead to changes in your mindset, that your life purposes could be changed. Maybe Arseniy II or another IT programmers will disagree with me at this point.
You know, he's sure that he's Arseniy I.
Arseniy. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Let it be. Let it be.
Sorry, if you don't know, we have two Arsenis in our English club, so.
Yeah. And well, maybe it's a stereotype, but I've met a lot of programmers in my life, and each of them was quite, quite interesting person to talk with, to share something, to learn, and especially when you spend some time without even considering programming, it's also a good choice.
Sorry, but do you see any particular role in the IT industry for yourself?
Particular
Are you going to become a software developer, or what can it be?
Maybe I'm going to become someone in some way.
You know, if you're not really sure, you can become a project manager like me. So I didn't know what to do, so I decided to become a project manager. I'm joking.
I would say that I'm still in the process of discovering.
Yeah, you have plenty of time.
Yeah.
So maybe any questions to me or anything else you would like to say to our viewers?
Yeah.
So questions. Oh, you have a list.
I have some, few questions.
Okay, let's get it started.
Well, did you remember the moment you was inspired enough to start an English club, and how was it be, and what did you feel?
You know, it started almost accidentally. There was a so-called anti-cafe Uli at Большая Садовая, and the people from that place knew something about my British education, so they said, Alibek, why don't you start something like an English school or something? But I said, I'm not a teacher, and they said, well, at least you can start some event in English. And that's how English Club has started. Those days it was just called English Club, then it became English Talk Show. And in the beginning I didn't have so many people. You know, the main part of it is doing it on a regular basis, like in many other spheres. So it started back in 2012, and now it's a very important part of my life. Our English Talk Show is 7 years old this year, you know.
And the next question is, which advices would you give to 20 years old yourself, if so could be possible?
Good question, good question. You know, I would say I wish I hadn't been so serious, you know. So when I was a pupil at school, or when I was a student in Russia, I mean when I got my first education in Russia, I was too serious, I was too focused on some formalities, on my grades at the university. I was so dependent maybe on the opinions of other people. I would say something like, Alibek, who is 20 years old, take it easy. There are very few things in life which are really important, and so many things in life which are not important at all. And I would definitely recommend that 20-year-old Alibek to learn programming properly.
Okay. And what about having a role model? Have you any on your entire life?
No, it's hard to say. I tried to learn something from not many, but from some people. For example, in my past I had some bosses, not all of them, but some of them. And to some extent they became like role models for me. So sometimes I do something in my life and I realize that I did something like that particular person. But you're probably asking me about someone famous. Well, there are some people I respect, like Steve Jobs, you know, but I can't say he's a real role model. There is just something I could take from him. I read his biography. I really like Einstein. I read his biography as well. No, it's hard to say at the moment, but there are some people, Bill Gates, maybe some people hate him, but I think he's a very systematical businessman. I like his approach. So.
And what things in life are you mostly passionate about? Maybe friends, maybe spending.
You know, you probably know that I'm very passionate about my English club, and it's hard for me to believe that it is like this at the moment, because I don't know, 10, 15 years ago I was a real introvert. in glasses and everything, with the position of my body like this and my side like this, looking somewhere, not without any. So I couldn't look at your eyes directly, without any direct contact. Sorry, what was the original question? I forgot. What did you ask about?
What things in life are you mostly passionate about?
So I'm passionate about my English talk show. I'm really passionate about situations when I realize that my skills and what I can do, my skills are really needed at the moment, that what I have inside me is appreciated by other people. It can be in so many situations. Luckily, at the moment, as a project manager, I can feel that. I can't say that I feel it from morning to evening, but anyway, I feel quite satisfied, and I feel that I'm needed at that particular place. So there is no such thing as a perfect job probably, but I seriously recommend you to find jobs and people, and with their jobs and with that people, you must realize that those people really appreciate what you can.
And I guess last but certainly not least question, what are your resources for energy despite sleeping every day?
Resources of energy,
Yeah.
I probably just value the life, especially recently I realized that I'm getting older or more mature, and my life is limited in terms of time, and it's better to make it interesting, and it really motivates me. Maybe it sounds almost arrogant, but I really appreciate the time of my life. I realize that it's up to me, everything depends on me, I need to do something, I have to make some action. Sometimes I really have to, because otherwise I'm not going to be happy. Sorry, it sounds very theoretical, but it really works like that, and hopefully you are younger than I am, and hopefully you will start living life the way you want earlier than I did. Anything else?
What about your hobbies? Maybe collecting, traveling, or some kind of.
I have. You've probably heard about it. I have quite many elephants. Maybe too many elephants at home. So don't give me any elephants as a present. Think about something else. But still, I like elephants. I like to read books in English. I have a good library at home in English. I'm crazy about books. Like, unfortunately, I don't have so much time to read them a lot. So at the moment, I have probably 2 meters of unread books in English. And again, what was the original question? What?
What are your hobbies?
Hobbies. So English talk show, reading. I go to my gym 3 or 4 times a week, and it's very unusual for me as an introvert, but I really like people. I like people of the so-called English talk show type. And by the way, you definitely belong to this type of people, I can tell you.
And as we told about process and result, the question is, what drives you more, either process or result?
Well, I would say enjoy the ride. I mean, I think the process is more important. Of course, you can set very high goals. You can think about something great, something global. But for me, thinking about something great just doesn't work. If I dislike the process, it's not going to work. I prefer to enjoy my life. I really need to enjoy what I do. Of course, the result is very important, but maybe, when you reach the result, you will realize that you don't need it that much, but it's going to be a problem if for some reason you didn't enjoy the ride, you didn't enjoy the process. So it's better to enjoy the process, just in case.
Like in this song, I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road.
Yeah, you see, you can sing as well.
Yeah. And
by the way, should we go to karaoke someday?
Maybe.
Have you ever been to karaoke?
5 or 6 years ago, last time.
We should try again someday. Anything else you would like to ask?
Yeah, the commonly linked question with the last, have you ever faced a situation where you had to make so many attempts to get the results? And what was the
You know,
exact?
at my previous work, I worked in finance. Hopefully, you will never know about it in practice. But working in finance, when you deal with people, when you persuade, when you are supposed to persuade many people, it's like banging your head on the wall all the time because people reject you. But finally, I reached some success, but I was so tired that I've decided to retire from that industry. Now I work in IT, but I'm just answering your question. But I believe that in business it is acceptable to make many attempts. There is nothing wrong about it, but for example, in private life, maybe it's not such a good idea to make too many attempts because, well, first of all, you should really assess whether what you're doing, what you want is really important. You should try to be as objective as possible. For example, if you are thinking about, I don't know, creating an alternative to an iPhone and you really understand how to do it, maybe you should at least try. But if you are just living in your dreams, it's not going to work. Forget about an iPhone and create some, I don't know, a new type of folders or something.
And do you agree that failure a little bit more useful than success?
To some extent, yes, especially when you are young. I had quite many personal and business failures during my early years, and I don't like this phrase, but they really made me stronger. And at the moment, I seem to be quite prepared for the life. Hopefully, my life will be relatively long.
Because at those times you see almost every weak point of view, and you are, capable enough to deal with that. Unless you will succeed and you will, keep yourself blinded to that points.
Yeah, it's definitely not so good when you reach success at some early age.
Yeah.
You can just lose your head if it happens. Anything else you'd like to say to our viewers? You maybe you want to become a mayor of Rostov and you want to say something to our viewers.
No, I just want to say that we hope that you enjoy this interview. We are waiting for every of you and
Join English talk show.
Join English talk
in
show.
Rostov.
Yeah, invite your friends, invite your relatives, wives, husbands.
Come on, we don't need so
brothers.
many people. Or they will bring their mother-in-laws,
Maybe, but still have a good time and enjoy your life.
Thank you, Arseniy. It was an amazing interview. I want to present you this sheet. No, I'm joking, sorry. So I want to...
I was ready.
No, I want to give you this Zifferblatt voucher as a present for one day, sponsored by me, not by Zifferblatt. Thanks for this amazing interview. You are a very positive person. I wish you really the best. It was Alibek. English talk show interviews were situated in Rostov, on Don. You see, we have quite a big community of English speaking people. We are not so-called, what is the right word? Native speakers, we're just English speakers. Thank you.
Twice.
Thank you, Arseniy.
Thank you.